Now that this group, Moms for Liberty, is a little more on people's radar, they're getting a little more notoriety, I thought it'd be a great time to bring this back up. I first heard of this group, Moms for Liberty, led by Robin Steedman, I think her name is, from Tennessee. I first heard about them about 4 or 5 months ago. It was one of my first videos. And I saw an article in Raw Story about this, and I dug a little deeper into it. Literally did not see it covered anywhere else. So at the time, what they were doing was this woman, Robin Steedman, was attempting to collect money, because it's all about the grift with these right-wing groups, right? So what they did was they started an Instagram page, like a Dear Abby type of thing, completely anonymous, and they filled it with all these posts that they said were from concerned parents from the area, all claiming all the letters looked exactly the same. Like they were totally written by the same person. And there was about 8 or 9 of them. And all of them were supposedly anonymous, concerned parents from Tennessee elementary schools, claiming that their like 2nd graders and 3rd graders were learning critical race theory in their schools, and that it was like just destroying their kids. She focused on one of them, saying that this anonymous 2nd grader had learned critical race theory in her school. She didn't. And that it had, learning critical race theory had given this little girl OCD. And therefore, I need about $5,000 in order to give this kid therapy. Right? And all the names were anonymous. I called it at the time, I said it was an actual grift. And like I said, that was about 5 months ago. I checked the Instagram page then. I went back to it just before recording this now. And hasn't been a single new post since then. All about the grift. And now what are they doing? It's part of this right-wing effort to get critical race theory, which is not taught in schools, out of schools. Because they literally just want to whitewash history. And not just whitewash, but, according to this, Moms for Liberty, American conservative nonprofit, it's a grift, not nonprofit, the organization has campaigned against COVID-19 restrictions in schools. Of course. They want to get rid of anything in the classroom having to do with race, gender, sexuality, LGBT rights, discrimination. They want to use parental rights to basically decide what their kids